Hey, welcome to Two Rednecks and a Mexican. I'm a redneck.
Be redneck.
Apparently I'm Mexican.
That's true. Alright.
Okay, so we're going to talk about homeless dogs today and people robbing them from homeless people.
So a common thing that happens in France is that apparently homeless people will find dogs, stray dogs and things along those lines, puppies, and supposedly they drug these dogs and then use them when they panhandle to say, hey, look, my dog is sick, can you give me more money? It comes down because, well, people care more about puppies than they do about homeless people, and so they get more money that way. This is just a supposed phenomenon. There's not really a lot of proof to it. However, recently there's been a situation in France where, and again, this has happened a lot, but this is the first time that it's been videotaped. A man's dog was stolen from him by this activist group. Do you remember the name?
They just said environmentalist group or something.
It's a French name that I can't pronounce. But I'll put the link in the description. But so you can watch the video as well. It will be in the article. But more or less, they wrestled this homeless man down to the ground. His dog was trying to get away from them. They grabbed the dog. You can tell that the dog's in obvious distress. It didn't seem to be in distress prior to being grabbed by these people, but then they stole this man's dog and they run off with it. The whole time he's crying and screaming, give me my dog back, and they just took his dog and ran, and all of these people are just watching. They don't know what to do. But they took his dog, they ran off, and now they're selling his dog. So they got a free dog from a homeless man, and now they're selling it.
That doesn't sound very activist-like or honest-like, if you ask me. I mean, if I could understand if, like, yes, it's a legitimate element, there's a legitimacy to the background, which is that homeless men have been drugging their dogs and stuff like that. They would have a legitimate claim to do it, but there's no evidence that the dog was sick or even malnourished. It seemed in perfect health almost, and they decided that this dog fit into that group just because either A, they wanted a dog to sell, or B, they didn't trust the guy with it for some strange reason.
Well, it kind of just sounds like what PETA does. They take away animals, and then they don't take away animals. There are whole things they're trying to protect animals, but most of the time they end up killing more animals than they protect.
Yeah, so, I mean, if the group really wanted to help and this really was an epidemic, this wasn't the way to go about it at all for them. So either the group is just misguided or crazy, for a lack of a better term. I don't know.
Funny thing is, the guys who actually record the video are the activist group. They recorded themselves taking the dog away. Yeah. And then they posted the video on their own site, hoping to get positive things. Oh, we saved a dog. But instead, they got stuff saying, oh, you stole a dog, not saved a dog.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure what to think about them recording their own video. Like, I'm not sure why you would want to video record that. I mean, if you're really trying to save the dog, why is there pride in videotaping, like, the process of taking the dogs away and stuff like that instead of a positive light?
I mean, just like Juan said, you want to say, hey, look, this dog was in trouble and we came and rescued it from this terrible owner. But that's not what was happening. I mean, again, this man, the dog didn't seem to be wasn't drugged at all. There's no proof that this dog was under the influence of any drugs. It's not like they took them and then got the dog blood tested to prove anything. They just stole this man's dog, and it's very unclear as to why, despite the fact that they say that it was drugged. I mean, there was no proof. And so I could steal anything I want and just say it was because somebody was abusing it. I mean, that doesn't make it right, especially if there's no proof.
Yeah, something doesn't add up with this group.
So I know there's a change.org petition.
Yeah.
Not that change.org petitions do anything at all except annoy the shit out of people, but there's a change.org petition, and apparently there's a French judge who is ruling in the homeless man's favor.
Oh, okay.
So he'll probably get his dog back eventually. The activist group's just going to probably pay some kind of fine and they'll be done with it. You don't think so?
Well, I mean, they legally stole this man's dog. I'll be interested to see what. I mean, the judge is saying that this dog was illegally stolen from them. So again, I'm looking forward to see what they rule and kind of keep this stuff from happening.
And what about dogs in shelters? Like most of the dogs that are homeless guys are homeless themselves. They're just stray dogs. So it's then better for the homeless guys to have the dogs than for them to be euthanized in shelter.
I mean, I guess that's debatable. I would rather homeless people have these dogs. I mean, at least somebody's taking care of it.
That's true, and it's not like they're going to animal shelters and purposely taking these dogs for use in like sympathy. Like, these dogs came from the streets and they just decided to take care of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, if these people really cared about the dogs, why would they not care about these animals prior to homeless people having them? It seems more like, we just don't want you to have dogs, so we're going to take them and kill them.
Yeah.
That's awful.
That's what I'm getting. That's the impression that I'm getting.
Yeah.
So, I mean, and I guess this is kind of a bigger epidemic, too. It's not just the things that's happening in France. Like Juan said, PETA does this all of the time. They come in and say, hey, you've been abusing animals, so we are going to take the animals from you, and then we're going to kill them, because it's better that they're dead than they're stuck with you. I hope he gets his dog back. Like I said, I mean, isn't there like a lawyer that's trying to help him to...
Oh, yeah. There's a lawyer that's trying to do work to help him get his dog back, because obviously he saw that this was an injustice done to a citizen of the city and town. So it still confuses me how there are homeless people in France, because like,
you can just juggle and you can make money.
Yeah, being a street performer is actually appreciated in France, unlike it is here, where you just call them bums and tell them to get their own jobs. In France, that is a job, and like, people appreciate it. So I don't understand how they're not getting jobs like this.
That's true as well.
They don't take the amount of time to learn to juggle or learn to balance.
I mean, all you gotta do is be like, I'm a mime in a wall.
Be the worst mime in the world.
Yeah.
Look at me, I'm a mime. Where's the wall?
Well, until next time, I'm a redneck, he's a redneck, and
I'm Mexican.
If you don't like it, fuck you.